NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Real quick. Report!
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. First carry now for Gus Edwards. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Herbert. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And a lineup going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half. The
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's is a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing out left and finding Likely. 7 yards there and a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes Cohen. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson now. Going up top. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. As the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In motion goes the tight end.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert on 1st down now.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Herbert throwing again. Deep ball for Goodwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's the option, running right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is a counter play. Eckler. And down he'll go at the 25. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Herbert just beat the play clock. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Win or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. The slot man in motion right. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 28 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, getting his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. On second down, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say they've made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Ravens take over the 1st and 10 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, it's Edwards. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the third quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, here's Edwards. 7 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Herbert.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
For that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Eckler now between the tackles. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers have taken a 4th-quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter. The divisional Dobbins hit, and he fumbles.
But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Man, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Connecting with Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Dancing to his left. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown! And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Well, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.